Welcome to the Brunswick Beat,
Brunswick County's only television news show brought to you by the Brunswick Beacon. I'm Rachel Johnson.
And I'm Stacy Manning. Municipal elections are right around the corner, and Brunswick Beacon is your source for all things election related. In this week's issue, you'll find when and where you can vote on Election Day, which is November 8th, and all about early voting, which begins this Thursday. Want to know what the candidates are saying that are the biggest issues facing their towns? We talked to mayor and council candidates, and their responses are also included in this week's Beacon. To view candidate profiles, visit brunswickbeacon.com. Look for the election tab. We recently sat down with Sarah Knotts, Deputy Director of the Brunswick County Board of Elections, to share some important dates and reminders about the upcoming election.
I'm Sarah Knotts, Deputy Director with the Brunswick County Board of Elections. We want to remind you that early voting starts this Thursday, October 20th, here at the Board of Elections office. It is only offered at the Board of Elections office this year as opposed to the satellite sites we have in our general and primary elections. Tuesday, November 8th is Election Day. Polls will be open from 6:30 a.m. until 7:30 p.m. If you're unsure of your polling location, you can check your voter registration on our website, the Brunswick County Board of Elections.
As always, stay tuned to brunswickbeacon.com throughout the day on Election Day and pick up the November 10th issue of the Brunswick Beacon for in-depth coverage of Brunswick County's municipal elections.
Town Creek Elementary School Principal Helen Davis has been named the Brunswick County Principal of the Year for the 2011-2012 school year. Across the country, October is recognized as National Principals Month, and in Brunswick County, Davis has been honored as this year's recipient. Her name will be forwarded on to the national competition. Passing a stopped school bus in North Carolina is a Class 1 misdemeanor, and it also earns a driver 5 points against his or her driver's license and a fine. But drivers are still continuing to pass the stopped buses, endangering the lives of the children on and around the bus. This week, North Carolina State Highway Patrol has launched Operation Stop Arm to target drivers who pass stopped school buses. It will take place October 17th through October 21st. Troopers hope it will decrease violations and reduce school bus collisions across the state.
2 Sampson County men have been arrested in Brunswick County for stealing ammonia from a local ice production company. Authorities say the substance is used to make methamphetamine. On Monday, after a 3-month investigation, drug agents executed search warrants at the Sampson County homes of Eugene West and Jimmy Butler. West, 41 of Dunn, and Butler, 46 of Autryville, were both charged with conspiracy to manufacture methamphetamine, possession of methamphetamine, and various other drug-related charges. They are both in custody at the Brunswick County Detention Center under $500,000 bonds.
Sunset Beach town officials have been bombarded with letters and phone calls about the garbage rollback issue. Town Councilman Lou DeVita says there's been a misunderstanding about an ordinance that has been on the books for 15 years. He claims council only clarified language so the law could be enforced. It also reduced fines for people breaking the rollback rules from $50 to $25. The town is interested in hearing alternate solutions from its citizens.
Food Network star Paula Deen breezed into Brunswick County this past Saturday, charming locals and out-of-towners as she took part in a scholarship fundraiser for Brunswick Community College. Proving she's all about food and fun, Dean took part in a fan meet and greet and judged a cooking contest which featured 3 local area chefs.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and the Beacon is sharing stories of brave local women who have battled the disease or who are currently fighting the fight. This week, the Beacon introduces readers to Gloria Childress, whose battle with breast cancer is an inspiration to many. Read what has inspired her to walk 60 miles this November. Also this week, find out about the kickoff event for Relay for Life of Brunswick County. Read all of these stories and much more in this week's Beacon, available on newsstands now.
Hi, I'm Stacy Manning, Managing Editor of the Brunswick Beacon. Did you get engaged recently or married? Have you celebrated a milestone anniversary? Or did you have a baby? How about letting us share the news with our readers? You can email your social news to me at editor@brunswickbeacon.com, or you can log on to our website at www.brunswickbeacon.com. Look for the Submit News icon near the top right-hand corner of the page. Deadlines are noon each Friday.
Welcome to the Brunswick Beat Sports Report. The West Brunswick High School boys soccer team is on pace for a soccer title. The Trojans beat North Brunswick 3-0 in a conference game on the 13th, with wins earlier in the week over West Bladen and East Bladen. The wins put West in a tie for first place in the Waccamaw Conference. The South Brunswick High School volleyball team won the Waccamaw Conference Championship on October 13th by beating county rival West Brunswick before a full house on its home court. South gained the #1 seed from the conference for the North Carolina High School Athletic Association state playoffs, which begins on Saturday. West finished 10-2 in the conference and will be the #2 seed. The loss was just the 5th in 22 games this season for the Trojans. The home match was the last of the regular season for West seniors Alyssa Chappell, Mary Inions, Jasmine Jackson, and Kaylee Johnston. 3 games from defeat, South Brunswick's doubles tennis team rallied for a 3-set victory and won the Waccamaw Conference Tennis Championship October 13th at the Ocean Isle Beach Park Tennis Center. The victory completed a sweep on the conference titles for the Cougars as Summer Phillips beat Jordan Sanchez in straight sets to win the singles title. There was still some work remaining Sunday for Chad McCumbee and his Andy Belmont racing team following the Federated Car Care 200, a trip to the podium. The #1 Mod Space team closed out the ARCA Racing Series season with a 3rd-place finish at the Toledo Speedway, solidifying the team's emergence as one of the elite organizations in the sport. For McCumbee, it locked in a 5th-place finish in the driver and 6th in the car owner standings. It also was the team's 15th top 10 finish in 19 races. McCumbee will move to the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series next year in a limited schedule, as well as continuing to work with ABR. For all of the latest sports news, check out this week's Beacon.
Hi, I'm Stacy Manning, Managing Editor of the Brunswick Beacon. Do you have a community event you'd like to tell our community about? You can email it to me at editor@brunswickbeacon.com, or you can log on to our website at www.brunswickbeacon.com. Look for the Submit News icon near the top right-hand corner of the page. Deadlines are noon each Friday.
I'm here at Cattails today with the director, Trish Kelly. And Trish, who is our friend today?
This is Gypsy. She's a 5-month-old bright calico, very unusual markings on her face, and very unusual markings on her little back toes, which are so funny.
Adorable.
She's as sweet as can be. She's been with us for a while. We had trouble getting her to grow. She just wanted to stay a tiny, tiny little skinny kitten. So she's tried almost every kind of food. Now she likes Science Diet, and that's what she gets.
For her, and she's got a beautiful face.
And she's a sweet cat. She's got a beautiful coat now. She loves to play with people. She loves to play with other cats. And she loves to play with toys, like the feather toys.
Oh, well, how can you? That is wonderful.
She's available for adoption. Anytime you'd like to come meet her and see her.
And people can come during your visitation hours and days, which are Wednesdays from 11 to 1.
And Saturdays and Sundays from 11 to 3.
Great. All right.
She's just a really, really sweet cat. She'd make a wonderful cat for a family.
She's a doll baby. Thank you so much, Trish.
The West Brunswick High School theater classes and drama club have teamed up to bring a musical review called Give My Regards to Broadway. The musical review includes songs from Broadway shows. It's free, however, donations will be accepted. Last week, we had a chance to drop by a rehearsal.
Give my regards to Broadway, remember me to Herald Square.
From just some dumb mechanic's wife, I'm gonna be Roxy, who says that murder's not enough.
I don't write my hair. I get sick, I after one cigarette. Keep your filthy paws off my silky draw. Me rumple dancing legit demise. Me eyelids will flutter, I'll turn into butter. The moment I mutter, I do.
And teaching would suit you still less. Soon be a dentist. You'll be a success. To fruits, to no absolutes, to excellence, to choice, to village boys, to any passing fad.
Give My Regards to Broadway will be performed at 7 p.m. Thursday, October 20th and Friday, October 21st.
The 31st Annual Oyster Festival in Ocean Isle Beach was last weekend. Thousands of people enjoyed the beautiful weather and festivities. Highlights of the festival included the professional and amateur oyster shucking competitions. To see who won the competition and find out more about the Oyster Festival, pick up this week's Beacon.
Cedar Grove Middle School students made new friends this week during National Mix It Up at Lunch Day. The idea was for students to mix it up by having lunch with students they didn't know. School counselor Tanya Hillert believes the national event is effective in promoting diversity and diminishing bullying. Students interviewed said they enjoyed the opportunity to get to know new people and learn things about them.
The Old Bridge Preservation Society will have a fundraising luncheon and fashion show at noon next Tuesday, October 25th at Twin Lakes Seafood Restaurant in Sunset Beach. Tickets are $20 and can be purchased at Sunset River Marketplace, Mavericks Java, Pelicans Books, Island Breeze, and Twin Lakes. They are also available online at oldbridgepreservationsociety.org. Tickets will be available until October 22nd and seating is limited.
That's all the time we have for tonight, but you can read all these stories and much more in this week's Beacon. If you know of a story or person you'd like to see featured on Brunswick Beat, email us at brunswickbeat@brunswickbeacon.com, look us up on Facebook under Brunswick Beacon, or follow us on Twitter at Brunswick Beacon.
Thank you for joining us, and don't forget to tune in next week for a brand new edition of Brunswick Beat, Brunswick County's only television news show. Tonight's Beacon shines on images from the 31st Annual Oyster Festival in Ocean Isle Beach.